Hey everybody. Yes, I hope y'all doing good. It's your girl Bondy Blue. I'm back for another Black Ink Crew Compton. I don't know if you watched Black Ink Crew New York. I'm sure you have. But if you have not, I said in that video, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep up with either one of these franchises. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep up with either one of these franchises because I'm not feeling like they're giving me enough. Okay? I almost thought about putting both videos in the same video, and then when that happens, what are you giving me? Like, what are you giving me? Okay? Oh my God. So KP and Tim go to a radio station to let people know about the shop opening up. Can we talk about Tim's fatal attraction for KP? Lemire takes Danielle to the park for a picnic in order to make her stop being angry with him. And she says that this won't make up for him hiding bitches. And he's like, hiding bitches? What? Wait a minute. Okay, like I knew her a long time ago. Okay, before I knew you, and she just got back in town and moved here, and she needed a job, and we needed somebody else, so I hooked that up right quick. It's not that deep. But you know what? I'll apologize for the way I handled it, because he was rather disrespectful. And no matter how you slice it, you niggas are rather chauvinistic with the way y'all talk to and handle women. Y'all handle women as if they are beneath y'all. That is the way y'all act. Okay, the things that come out of y'all mouth, y'all may not feel like that, but y'all execute behavior of niggas that feel that way. So if you don't feel that way, correct your behavior. Everybody else doesn't need to correct how they feel about shit. You need to correct your behavior. Okay, like I'm just saying, I ain't like the way they was acting either. Like especially like Tim. It's almost like Tim, what's going on here, buddy? Like the longer we get into your character breakdown, the more I'm like, like just. Who holding back so much? I'm gonna let it go. All right, so yeah, they at the picnic, right? And once again, she's mentioning that he cheated before. And I'm like, bitch, if you don't let this go, you forgave this nigga. And bringing it up every day is not going to help you get over it any sooner. I'm just saying. He promises that he will never do anything disloyal, but she gotta stop popping up on him. And she's like, what you mean I gotta stop popping up on? Bitch, you gotta stop popping up on me. And she's like, all right, you're right. And then, there's some toe suckage. And I was like, yo, I don't want my toes sucked. Like, I just don't. I don't want my toes wet in between my toes. That feels icky. Like if my whole body is not wet or my whole foot is not wet, I don't want one toe in between two toes wet. Like, I don't want that. Like, I'm not one of those. Like, I'm just not. So I was like, y'all can enjoy yourselves, but did you need to pull out the whipped cream? I thought it was gonna be a massage. I had a massage with your whipped cream and your tongue on my toe. Like, get into the heel, baby. Get into the heel. Anyway, y'all, so Voodoo Doll is still upset. So she hasn't been back to the shop. Now I feel like you overreacting a bit because you had an issue. You should have just said something, check them niggas, and let it be what it was. But you wanted to chase people, feel played, throw some shots, and now you ain't coming back to the shop and all of this here. Even though I agree with, her and why she felt the way she felt, I could feel why she felt that way. So y'all, ink dripping, whatever this nigga's name is, okay? I'm gonna just call him Ink. I ain't got time for all of this, all right? After she fell on the beach, he was curious how she was doing. She hadn't been around the crew in a minute, so he decided to go ahead and check on her. And they meet up at a S&M bar. I said, no, not a bar. It's just out here open like that. Okay, all right, fine, I feel you. She likes women owning their sexuality, just owning it. And I feel like, at some point there's a fine line between owning your sexuality and using it like a drug to make you feel better about your insecurities. Just saying, like, just something I've noticed. So Ink likes different freaky type shit, so he was perfectly fine with this, okay? He thought they were gonna go somewhere where she cried and he just patted her on the back and made her feel better. But oh no, there's asses being whipped here, okay? So he asked about why she got mad at the beach because he doesn't understand what happened. And she says that Tim was being disrespectful to women. She just doesn't like that language where it sounds like a man is trying to control a woman and telling a dude to get his bitch in check. Like, I'm sorry, but that's some disrespectful shit. I am a person. I am a grown ass woman. Ain't no nigga gonna get me in check, okay? Like, the fuck out of here. Like, where's your woman, Tim? Something make me feel like you ain't got a woman for a reason if you don't have one. Your whole little energy is just throwing me the fuck off. So anyway, she tells him that she was raised in a cult. We knew that. He didn't know that. Okay, she was only fed once a day sometimes. She ate out of a trash can. And she just has a real sensitivity to men controlling women because she was controlled to such a serious degree. That shit is terrible. She wants to show him what she's into after they finish having a conversation. But he tells her he feels like, he understands where she's coming from, but maybe she just, went a little bit too far. And that's fine. She has a sensitivity, but them niggas need to be checked. And something tells me that y'all around all of these females that claim to be, so rough and tumble and can hang with the boys, but you let them niggas get away with saying the most disrespectful shit around you. So she asked him if he's ready to be her bitch. And then she pulls out a whip and there's some chainage and some things to bond you with. And I'm just like, oh, okay, have fun. Whew, I wonder if I would like that. I don't know. I don't like being confined to small spaces, so I probably wouldn't want to be tied up. But put me, put in one of them swings. I just don't want to be tied to it. But put me in one of them swings or something like that. Okay, I bend over something, but bitch, you better not try to tie me to nothing. I don't trust you. So y'all, they still getting the shop together. There's still a lot of construction going on, and they discuss, where everybody's booth is supposed to be, and if KP should be in the front. And they like, no, you're gonna be the first one to get shot. And then, we should be all the way in the back. And they like, oh, Nessie, maybe you should be in the front. And she was like, nah, nigga, I'm straight. Like, y'all ain't about to play me like a soybean burger, bitch. And she was like, see, that's why Voodoo Doll ain't came back here yet. Y'all niggas is disrespectful. She said that in the confessional, not to their faces. I just want to point that out. So then Lemire is feeling like they should have discussed this shit as soon as they decided they was going to do this. So the fact that they just now talking about things like this and it's 5 days away from opening, Lemire is feeling like maybe he should have, been the one to handle the business thing because KP doesn't seem to know what the hell he's doing. Okay. So Barbie gets some flowers and everybody's like, oh, who the flowers from? And I'm thinking they might have been from Voodoo Doll, but turns out they were from her mom, who she's very estranged from. Apparently, her mom was a drug addict. Her grandparents adopted her because her mom didn't want her. When she was 9 months old, she left her with the grandparents and the dad and went on to do drugs and shit like that. And whenever she was around, she was mean and calling a girl a little bitch and all of this type of stuff. So she does not have a relationship with her mom. She doesn't want a relationship with her mom. And the flowers had a little note and it was signed mom. And that really pissed her off because it's like, you have never been a mom, a mama, a mother, a mom, nothing like that to me. So for you to even assert yourself in that way, for you to know where I am, we don't have phone numbers for each other, we don't have addresses for each other, like that shit was unsettling for her. That pissed her off. She throws the flowers. I'm like, girl, we are doing construction in here. I understand you're upset, but this is some bullshit. Okay, throwing a vase of flowers on the floor. We're trying to get shit done. You're creating more work. Okay, get your emotions under control. But yes, I do feel for her. So Lemire and Danielle go to the doctor's office and the doctor tells them that there could be some issues with the baby's spine to where it's not developing right. It's not developing at the rate that it should be. There might be some type of, issue going on. They're not sure yet. So they want to send her to a specialist so she can be tested and they can find out, because they could possibly have a baby that will never be able to walk or feel anything from the waist down. And they later on discussed it and said that they would be there for the baby regardless of whatever the outcome was. But I was like, I'm telling y'all right now, like, it might sound messed up, but I don't know if I could have a child who would never be able to wipe their own ass, so to speak. I don't know if I could do that. Because everybody want to talk that shit about, oh, I would do it. I'm going to love my baby no matter what. And then the baby gets here and the shit is terribly hard. And then you have another baby and that baby turns out to be perfectly fine. So what do? Y'all leave the baby that can't do nothing for himself in the room to cry all day while y'all spending time with the baby that's able-bodied. And you end up mistreating the baby that can't do nothing for themselves. Like, I've heard stories. So that's why I'm just kind of like, yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. But Danielle says she's wondering what they did wrong. And I felt so bad for her, because when things like this happen, you want to try to figure out, what was it? What did I do? What did we do? But sometimes shit just happens and there's nobody to put blame on. But as women, we will blame ourselves because we are the vessel. So if we can't carry the baby to full term healthy and everything, we feel like we failed. And we failed our men. We failed our partner, because there's a lot of pride in giving your man a baby, especially under the circumstances of love and planning. Okay? So yeah, I'm sad for them. So Nessie and Barbie go out to eat, and the opening has been stressing Barbie out. She expresses that to Nessie. And then she tells Nessie about her mom having no contact with her, never taking care of her. And, now you want to call yourself a mom after all of the mistreatments. And she just doesn't want to mess with her mom at all. And she is even worried and scared about how her mom found out where she is. And at first it seemed like as a child, she had probably more patience for her mom. But as the years go on and you become an adult and you realize how innocent children are, and you think back on the things that your parent might have done to you, that shit pisses you off. Especially when you start to have kids of your own and you realize how innocent they are to mistreat a child in that way. Like, it's so very upsetting to me. I'm sure that's how Barbie feels, but she just doesn't want to deal with her mom, even though she's obviously hurt about it. And I feel like, you saying you don't want to deal with your mom, but the fact that you are so emotional about her means that you're not over whatever it is she put you through, and you need to go to therapy, which will eventually include a sit-down conversation with her under a therapist supervision, so that y'all can have a conversation that can either give you some closure, some insight, or something, because you are speaking from a place of little girl anger, and you need to come to a place where you can be a grown woman about this shit, because eventually she's going to be dead. And whether you believe it or not, you're going to have regrets. Because you're going to think about the fact that she reached out at some point. Yeah, you'll remember all the pain and everything, but you'll think about, she reached out, now she's gone, we can't ever fix it. If it could have been fixed, or if I could have just got off my chest what I wanted to say. Like, there are things to regret when the person is no longer there for you to be mad at. So I would suggest that Barbie, aka Erica, get that together. So y'all, KP tells the crew 5 days before the opening that the permits have not been being approved. And Lemire is like, bro, I got somebody that could have handled that. Why you didn't let me know? Why you didn't tell me? You don't need to handle this stuff because you can't do it. And it's like, Lemire, this is not your business. You have your own truck, okay? And I know you wanted to be, partners with this, but this is looking like a Van Ryan situation where you feel way too entitled to be in control of the business choices, when at the end of the day, this is not your business. You just work here, okay? He was just very upset about it. He was very upset and feeling like, KP can't do it and all of this shit here. And it's like, the fact that you're saying he can't do it, it just sounds fucked up. You are obviously letting what is going on in your personal life with this baby and your girl affect the way you are acting in this moment. Lemire says when they're tired of making excuses, call him. All right, bro. Okay. So Barbie goes to work on the permits, and KP goes to tattoo Yella Breezy. He's an artist out there, and he wants triple blessing tattooed on his wrist. And he talks about how, he prays 3 times a day, and he's able to call his mom, his grandmom, his great grandmom, and tell them to pray for him. So he wants this representation of being so blessed. And I'm like, hallelujah, hallelujah, because I am who I am because somebody prayed for me, because somebody prayed for me. I just made that up. So yeah, everyone is waiting on news from Barbie, and she comes in like she didn't get it done, but the bitch got the job done. They got the permits, all without Lemire's help, okay? So they're happy. They get to finally open. So they have the grand opening, and one of Eazy-E's children is there. This son actually got his little cuteness, all right? There's a Henny fountain. It's some hood shit going down, all right? Good party. So the shop is really nice, you know what I'm saying? Giving you modern hood vibes. We love it. It's a tattoo shop. We need the grunge. And Barbie and KP talk about her mom, and she just doesn't want to focus on that. She wants to focus on this achievements that they have achieved. And she's hoping and praying and wishing that her mom does not show up to the shop, because obviously you know where it is because you sent the flowers here. So I work here. So you probably saw it online, on television, but you probably saw it She don't even live in Compton. So somebody must have sent her an email. Check out this link. So then Voodoo Doll comes back and she says, you know, maybe I overreacted. You know, she didn't figure that out until after she finished talking to Ink. And so now she's back. Lemire tells Nessie KP needs to let him help with the business because he can't do it. And Nessie is like, bruh, like, we in a good space right now. We got this shit done. Like, that's what we need to be focusing on. She's trying to get him to stop saying this shit to her. She was very uncomfortable, but he just kept going. He got a hood on his head. He's in, you know, he ain't really been around. Like, nigga got hella messed up energy right now. And Tim's ear hustling in love with KP's ass. Here's what he says. All right, he ain't say nothing, but he definitely passed from one side of the screen to the next with his eyes on Lemire the whole time. And then they get up there and, you know, give this speech. You know, we helping the kids and we helping the kids learn how to draw and we helping them learn how to start their own businesses and we doing this and we doing that. And, you know, yeah. Congratulations. Whoop, whoop. We happy for y'all. But Tim keeps rubbing me wrong. Okay. Lemire and Danielle, I think they were on their way to the specialist and they were in the car. And they talk about how they're going to be there for this baby no matter what. And they start talking about baby names. And if it's a boy, Lemire wants to name the son after his brother, Kevin, who was killed in a motorcycle accident. And his mom really broke down and it's still not the same after that. And he wants to name the child Kevin so that she will be able to look at her grandchild and, you know, be calling him Kevin. You know, just draw that correlation of love between the son that she lost and the grandson that she's gained, you know. So he starts crying and Danielle starts crying because she had a relationship with the brother. He was the one that they called whenever they needed something. So this has been very difficult. And he's just really, you know, having a hard time, which is why he's acting out the way he is with the business. But, you know, it's sad. Their storyline, they might be giving you the only entertainment on this damn show. Lemire, Danielle, and Voodoo Doll and Nessie because of the, you know, the drama with Danielle. But besides that, they ain't giving me. They ain't giving me nothing. Okay? I'm just telling y'all. I don't feel moved at all. All right? Just letting y'all know. But either way, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I love you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.